Hello everyone, welcome to No Life Digital. Blackmagic, our favorite videography company, most people's favorites. I mean, they've been really killing it. They've been offering some really awesome products. Probably one of my favorite products that I've ever purchased in life has been the ATEM Mini. This HDMI switcher has just been a godsend. I love it. I use it every day on my streams. It's just an excellent videography device. It really kind of changes the way that online streaming, one-man shows, things kind of work. One thing they have recently done is release the ATEM Mini Pro, which includes a recorder inside, also a bunch of other bells and whistles. For the most part, it doesn't change it too fundamentally. Well, Blackmagic has released a newer one called the ATEM Mini Pro ISO. And this actually does add everything that the ATEM Mini Pro brought, except also adding a real big game changer. And I've really been thinking about picking one up. Hopefully I can get one, and we'll talk about what that means in a little bit. I'm currently not recording on a camera. I'm recording from the ATEM Mini into my PC that utilizes OBS to record everything through all of the codecs that I input in there. And I don't know, you tell me, does it look great? I've been streaming like this. I know my streams are really high quality. In terms of recording, it looks pretty good. The biggest downside with all of these ATEM Mini products is there's no 4K. So I'm really waiting for the ATEM Mini 4K. They have ATEM 4K switchers, but not like this. They're not in a sense like this. So let's have Blackmagic show off the product.
You don't want to be adding sort of big racks of equipment. So we have a new model. It's called ATEM Mini Pro ISO. And you can see there, it looks really similar on the front. I think it's actually exactly the same on the front. You can't really tell, apart from the label, of course.
So it just utilizes the same ATEM Mini design that we know and love, which I don't mind. There's a few buttons that I wish were added on here. There's no way to like change what media file you want to use. There's no way to do like a few things that I think they could add on here. But for the most part, you have the big 4 buttons for your 4 inputs. You have the slides. You have the audio control. You have the keys. You have the picture-in-picture. It's fine. So one of the things with the ATEM Mini and the ATEM Mini Pro is that you get one feed out. And that's how you record. So whatever you do, whatever the preview feed looks like, that's what's being recorded. That's the only thing that you can record. So through the ATEM, I can't record the camera separately. I can't record the audio separately. It all kind of just feeds into one. This allows you to not only feed out that preview profile to record as an entire project, but also record each individual output.
Now the big difference, of course, is now it can record up to 5 streams on the same USB disk that you plug into the back of that USB. And it always records the program master, of course, but it also now records each video input as a separate video file. So it's a separate video file for each input.
Now that is awesome. That in itself is worth the asking price. I think the ATEM goes for $300. The ATEM Mini Pro goes for like $500-$600. This goes for around $900. So it's a very expensive piece of equipment. But in the totality of the market, the totality of all the other production equipment that's out there, that's really not that bad. And I think the added ISO recording features plus the next feature we're about to talk about, it's well worth the price of admission. It's really just a matter of, can you get one? But I'll let him talk about the best feature about this.
Probably the most important feature, apart from the ISO video files, of course, is it records a full DaVinci Resolve project. So as you switch, it actually builds up a DaVinci Resolve project in real time.
That is insane. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just recording the output feed right to my PC, and I take that and I chop it up Premiere, and I, add little things to it, and I basically edit it. I edit the footage right there. What I'm doing in the live production scene, I'm editing on the fly by switching, obviously switching through the switchers and adding the audio on top of it and adding the keys and adding all the images. Now what this new ATEM does, it builds that in a DaVinci Resolve project file, and it basically shows all your edits, it's nutty. And it also is recording each individual input separately.
So this is the edit that we did. We were cutting cameras first. So you can see all the cuts as I was cutting. Then we got down the timeline a little bit and we got into the dissolves, and we were then doing dissolves. So you can see if I come over here, you can see all those dissolves there that I applied. And you can actually, of course, because I was filming myself doing it, you can actually see me pushing the buttons in the video itself. Then we went down and we had a still frame, which is there. That's where we had our still frame from the media pool. So we cut to that. And then as we went down the timeline, we put our alpha channel graphic in, and you can see that's layered up on the second layer.
That is so incredible. I cannot wait to get one of these. I mean, it really just takes away so much of the editing process that is done. It's just all done for you. And because it's recording the 4 separate inputs separately and just raw, it's just whatever's coming out, you can just edit. So say instead of cutting at one point, maybe you wanted to keep on that input 1, or you wanted to cut to a different input on that next one, you can absolutely do so because it's still just recording everything all at once and then spitting it out into a Blackmagic sort of timeline that you can kind of dig into. That's really fucking cool. And I think anyone who's into streaming, anyone who's into like YouTube long form talking content like this, anyone who has an ATEM Mini, this is something to really think about picking up because it not only improves your workflow and speeds your workflow up, but it just gives you so much more flexibility in terms of the type of footage that you're holding. You're allowing yourself to keep that raw footage. And I like to archive all my footage. I really don't throw much footage away. And when I utilize the ATEM and I stream off the ATEM, I record off the ATEM, there's no raw. I don't have any of that raw footage. It's just whatever came out, whatever shows up on the stream or whatever shows up in the recording, that's what's saved. But now I do have all of that footage. I do have all of those shots. I do have all of that data still there to be archived for whatever reason, for whenever I need it. And that's extremely powerful. And there's a few other things they add in there. And also, not to mention, it keeps all the stuff from the ATEM Mini Pro. Now, the thing is can you get one? And this is kind of my thing about this product. I've been on the wait list for the ATEM Mini Pro since the ATEM Mini Pro has been released. I've been on the B&H wait list since that product's been released, and I've yet to get an update on it. It's never been available since it got sold out initially, and that really worries me because they haven't even fulfilled any shipments of the original ATEM Mini Pro. And that really worries me because they haven't really... It's just constantly been on back order on the ATEM Mini Pro. I imagine as soon as this sells out and ships, there's the same thing is going to happen. But I really think Blackmagic needs to kind of take a step back. I know that they got a lot of awesome stuff coming out, but what's it worth if no one can pick it up? If no one but like reviewers and product ambassadors have one. So it would be nice. It would be nice if we can actually see this product, if we can actually get this product. Like I said, the ATEM Mini Pro has been released for months now. Months. If you look on B&H, the product is you still need to get a stock alert. It's still not in stock. It's released in limited quantity. Meaning, I guess if you buy it, it kind of just slowly trickles out. It's just not currently, in stock. So I hope that they don't have this problem anymore, at least with the ATEM Mini Pro, as well as with this new ATEM Mini ISO. This is a really incredible product. Blackmagic has always been doing some really cool shit. And I just love what this company does, especially in terms of more smaller budget, indie style producers and videographers. They just have a suite of products that make life so much easier and just add to the workflow. And I've really been impressed. And not only that, but they're also pushing the industry. They just released that 12K camera. All of their pocket cinema cameras are great cameras. So, they're a great company. It's great to see them releasing another ATEM. I hope they just keep pushing it. Again, I kind of want to see an ATEM 4K. But for now, I'm loving where they're going. And cool stuff. Let me know if you're going to get one down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more videos about tech, cameras, gaming, more. Stay tuned. Got a lot more stuff coming. All right. Peace.